Hey guys, I wanted to teach you a few things about Google Drive, in particular how we're going to go about editing photos, saving photos, uploading photos, all things related to photos. So first let's log into Google Drive. The easiest way to do that is to open Google Chrome and to go to google.com. And when you're at google.com, you'll see in the top right corner sign in. Since I've signed in on this computer before, I already have my account there. If you don't have your account, you go to add account, but I'm just going to sign into my account that's already there. You type in your password, and now you'll see that I'm signed in. The way you can tell is up here I have these different options. Your options might not look exactly the same as me depending on what kind of account you have. But what's important is that you see these apps, and there you'll access your drive. So once you're at your drive, I've already made it several folders. There's different ways you can view your drive. You can view it in list mode or in this mode, which I tend to like this a little better. It's easier. You can also navigate your drive over on this panel right here. So it's it's a internet storage, cloud storage, and it's kind of just like your hard drive on your computer, except for you can access it anywhere in the world at any time. It's really cool. So we're going to work on this project, but first we're going to need pictures for our project. And there's different ways you can do this. But first you're going to want to get to the folder where you want your pictures. In this case, I have already created a folder called Pictures. You can create new folders right here. So I'm going to go in there, and I already have a photograph that we're going to use as our sample. But for now, let me just remind you how you upload photos. If your parents have a digital camera, then you want to plug it into the computer. You want to go to Upload right here. Hit Upload. You can hit Upload Files or a folder. When you go to Files, this is going to access your computer. So right now I'm in Downloads, and on a Mac it's going to be very similar. You're going to access your Finder window, and then you're just going to navigate your computer and find those photos. So I have a bunch of different photos in here. If you plugged in a device, it might be over here. You might find your digital camera and then access the pictures that way. In this case, I already have a picture, but that's how you'd upload pictures. And you can upload several at a time by holding Shift, by clicking one and holding Shift, and you can upload all those at a time. So first you upload pictures. Once you have your pictures, you need to make sure that you have the software to edit them. That's step 2. So first you upload your pictures. You'll get a whole bunch of them in here. Now let's make sure we have the software. You go to Create, and you can go to Connect More Apps. Now I've already connected the 3 apps, and really we're only going to use these 2. We're going to use Pixlr Express and WeVideo. These are going to be the 2 apps that we use to create our slideshow for our family, or the people that we love, or whoever we're giving this gift to. So you go to Connect More Apps. This will take you to the app store, and they're all free. That you can spend a little money to get different features, but for our purposes we just need the free stuff. And you'll be able to find WeVideo on there, and you'll find Pixlr Express. They might not be in the same order as this right here, but it won't be too hard to find. So go ahead and connect Pixlr Express and WeVideo, and get it to where once you hit Create, you see them right there. Then you know that you've done the right thing, and we're ready to go. So now we're ready to actually edit our photos. If you click this, it's going to go into the preview window. That's not what you want. You can just click outside of it, or you can hit Escape to get out of that. But from here, you're going to right-click on the photo and go to Open With. Then you'll find Pixlr Express. That's the way you're going to want to do to enter into Pixlr Express, is actually through the photo itself. So I have this picture of my brother here. We're going to go through a few different ways we can edit it. The most common things we need to do to our photos at first is either rotate them or crop them. Those kinds of things are going to be under Adjustment. And we see, again, rotate. Now my photo is upright, but some of your photos might have been like this, and you'll need to rotate it around to get it upright. The other thing that you might want to do is crop it, and I'll just show you. You just can move this. It's very, very simple, very intuitive, and you can crop your photo. Now notice that I had to hit Apply to actually make that crop happen. So let's say I go to Effect, just to drive this point home, and I go to Vintage here, and I'll pick one, Carl. Now I haven't actually applied that yet, so I can still go here and change, and I can go through a bunch of different examples. But if I like Carl and I want to apply it, I have to first apply it. In fact, I can't undo it until I've applied it. So if I go back to Vintage and I've undid it, and I go to Carl, if I hit undo, see what happened? My crop was the thing that got undid because I haven't actually applied Carl yet. So I'm going to hit redo. So I'm going to redo that crop that I did. Now I'm going to hit apply. Now, oops, let me do that one more time. Carl, apply. Now I can undo Carl and redo Carl. So just be careful there that you actually hit apply or cancel. You can also zoom in and zoom out here, and you can navigate. So if I want to get really close in on Benji's face here, I can do it like that and do some changes. There's all sorts of cool stuff you can do. Under adjustment, you can do airbrush, which can take out blemishes or facial hair or all sorts of stuff. So play around with that and learn different things you can do. Overlay is also very cool. You have anything from your classic vignettes, which are pretty neat, to all sorts of really cool stuff. So you can to retro posters. These are kind of cool, where you have these sorts of things, and you can take down the intensity of those. You can move the starting point with these little buttons. So there's all sorts of stuff you can do. I'll let you play around with that. Borders look really nice, and I usually like to add borders. The rip paper I find specifically particularly interesting. You can do things like this. Let's say that one. So we got a ripped piece of paper there. And when I'm happy with it, so you can do all sorts of edits to your paper. You can add stickers. Let's say we can add some comic book like things here, Benji, and we can twist it like that. Okay, so we get that, and we hit apply, of course. Then I want to add some text. I want to put Benji's name on this thing. Maybe I want to go to grunge and find a cool text like this one. So I type in Benji. I want to put it in the corner, possibly change the color of it. All these things we can do. So now that I've edited my photo like I want it to be, I'm going to save it. Now there's two options up here. There's save and replace and save as copy. I want you to use save as copy, and you'll see why. But I think this is a better practice. It's we want to do best practices, and this is the best practice. So we hit save as copy. From this screen, we can either double click in this area with our mouse, or if we just hit tab, it will automatically select that, and we can rename this Benji underscore ninja. So we know that's a unique way to identify our photos to make it easy to find. Once we hit save, we can go over here, and we're actually going to see it pop up because it's going to save in the same place. So there it is. Now we have the original and we have the edited. And we can look at both of them just to see the difference. Original, edited. So pretty cool photo editor. We're going to want to do this to all our pictures before we start on our picture slideshow. So first, in order to really keep things organized, I suggest making two folders. One that says used or old or unedited, however you want to identify this. In fact, I like the name unedited better, so I'm going to change the name of that to unedited. Then you can just drag the unedited copy in there, and you can drag the edited copy in the edited folder. So as you see when you go into edited, I have tons of pictures that I've edited that are ready for my slideshow. So let's do that. Let's do our slideshow now. You can go to create and go to WeVideo, but I've already created one and saved it called Parent Appreciation. So I'm just going to show you a few of the things about WeVideo. WeVideo is very powerful. I'm really excited about this software, so I highly recommend it. It's powerful in that we can do a bunch of pretty basic stuff really quickly. It's not as powerful as some of the software out there, of course, but it's free and it's on Google Drive, and it's really just cool. So praise God that it's there. we have a few things that I want to point out right away. I've already named this Parent Appreciation, but if you want to name it, you'd go to this tab and you'd name it. Save that for now. Then I want you to note these top bars. You're not going to use these top three options very much, so just forget about those for now. But notice these top bars. We have something called the timeline, and right now I have it set to the timeline simple. Sometimes you'll have storyboard, but I don't want to do storyboard. So if you're in storyboard, go ahead and change it to timeline simple. It's going to help us, and you'll see why. It's going to allow us to add transitions, which we need. And then down here, I can zoom in on this storyline, and if you see what's happening, my seconds are getting farther apart, and my clips are getting bigger. So I'm not actually changing anything. I'm just zooming in on the project, where I used to be able to see a whole minute and 10 seconds, or even further back, I could see all 3 minutes of it. Now I'm zooming in, and I can only see a minute of it, but everything's bigger. It's a little easier to edit. And these are all pictures that I dragged and dropped into this line. But first we need to get our pictures in there. So how do you do that? Well, you go to Upload. From Upload, you can go to Google Drive. Google Drive, it's going to ask you a few questions. I've already answered those questions, like, is it okay to connect Google Drive? Go ahead and hit yes and all that stuff. Get through. And then we navigate our Google Drive. So I know I'm in Parent Appreciation, I'm in Pictures, and I'm in Edited. And then I'll find all my pictures. And you can get all of them at once. And you can just hold Shift, in fact, and get all of them, right? So if you hold Shift, if you click one, and you go all the way to the end and hold Shift and click the last one, then you'll get all of those pictures. And I'm going to cancel this because I've already uploaded all of them. But that's what you're going to do. You're going to upload them, and then you're going to see, in fact, I'll upload one just to show you what it looks like. I'll upload that one of Benjamin that we just did. This one right here. When you hit upload, you're going to see in your activity panel over here, you're going to see that upload start to happen. There it goes. My computer does it pretty quick. It might take a little longer for you, but just be patient. And then I'm going to show you where we can find that uploaded picture at. Now it says upload complete 100%, so we're good to go. There it goes, done. When you see the done, you know it's done. Now, again, you want to go back to timeline, and here, this is videos, but we are doing photos. So go to your Photos tab, and it's gonna show you all the photos that you've uploaded. Now I've uploaded a ton already. This is the one that I most recently did the Benjamin photo, that is the ninja photo, and this is just the view panel. I haven't actually put it into my project yet, but you're gonna probably upload a ton of photos here. So go ahead and get all your photos in, and then we can start to put them into our project. So let's say, actually, I'm just going to show you a few more things. So let's look at this finished project. Well, the first thing you notice is this title screen, and I have music. If I hit the space bar, it will start playing the project, and you'll hear it has music and all these cool transitions. So look at a few of these transitions. This paper airplane's really cool. That's going to come up. Okay, so where to find those transitions and how to do this is the next step. Well, first of all, you just drag and drop photos from here to here, and then you have to change the length of them, right? You can make them longer, and then that's going to last a really long time. In fact, you can hover over it, and it'll tell you 12.05, that's the 12 seconds, roughly 12 seconds, and if you make this shorter, I like to keep them at around 2.5 seconds. Is my feeling on a good length, or 3 seconds is fine too if you get them there. So around 3 seconds is good. 2.18, that's a good amount, because 2.30 is a whole nother 2.30 equals 3. Just so you know. Okay, so now we're dragging and dropping our photos. Now transitions are equally as easy. You just go to this button here. You go to transitions, and you can drag and drop. There's all these cool transitions. The paper airplane was under effects, and all you do there is you just literally drag and drop it. It will understand what you're trying to do, and it might have to replace an old one. And now I have that cool paper airplane transition. And if I hit Command Z as undo, it will go back to that other transition that I did have, which was this one, just a clean wipe. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to make your video. You want to, and then the last step is you want to pick, you'll see that I have this music track down here. So after you've drag and dropped all your photos in, okay, it's crucial that you do your photos first. Then you're going to figure out a theme. And a theme is going to come with music. So you can go up to themes to the top. And right now you'll see that I have Hopeful Blue checked. But there's all sorts of different ones. Let's try a different one. Let's try, I liked Vintage. Let's try Vintage. And I say use this theme. It's going to change the music, of course. And let's see what it looks like. So if you notice, it changed the actual look of the style of the video. So I might want to go back and say I liked Hopeful Blue, and use that. And it didn't change my music. So I'm wondering, each of these themes have different music. If I were to delete this music, let's do that. If I delete these two things of music, and I go to themes, and I go to like punk rock, let's say. Let's use this theme. Let's see if it used any music there. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to change my music. No, it hasn't, but it has changed what the film looks like. So let's see what has happened there. Audio. I can do. There's all this different audio you can add. So there's a lot of different stuff you do. Usually with the themes, I thought it would. Oh, there it is, update music. I didn't have update music. So now I hit update music and I do use this theme. First I need to, now let's do Vintage here. Now I'm going to use this theme. Now there's new music. Okay, and now if we look at it, Vintage comes with that music. So that was the crucial thing to do, is to make sure this update music or update transitions were checked, but I like the transitions I'm using, so I'm not going to check that. And if you like a music from one of the themes, but you like a look from a different theme, like for some reason, let's say you want to do wedding, so you wanted the flowers and stuff around. Well, if you wanted that theme but you didn't like the music, you would just unclick update music, and you'd be able to have your cake and eat it too. You'd be able to have the look of White Wedding and the sound of which other one you like. So I liked Hopeful Blues music, I think, the best. So I'm going to hit update music, use this theme. Let me see here. Zoom in a bit. Got a little bigger. Okay, I'm having some problems there grabbing it, but sometimes I have to reload the page if it ever gets weird on you. Let's see about polished here. Maybe it's the order I do that in. First hit update music, then hit Hopeful Blue. Let's see if that fixes it. There it goes. There we go. And now I'm back to the music I want. So just make sure the order is right there. First click update music, and then it's not perfect software. There's bugs in it, but it's definitely helpful, and it's definitely, you can do powerful things. When you're ready to publish, you're going to go to publish, and this is where you'll see the catch. You can pay for the 1080p, the high res. Now when you do publish these, there are little glitches. It's not perfect. I'm hoping that they'll work out the kinks. You'll see what I mean. But this bumper, all that means is at the end of it, they'll have a little plug for their business that says, you know, this video is made using WeVideo, but it's worth it to do really nice videos. Of course, you know, it's definitely worth it. It's an awesome company, and I'm happy to support them. The other thing is, if you want to publish it to YouTube or something like that, now of course there's ways around this. If you just publish it to Google Drive and then download it and then upload it to YouTube, you can still get it to YouTube, and I can teach you that if you're interested in another video. But For now, this is easy. You publish it to Google Drive. You are only allotted with the free account. You're only allotted a certain amount of time, and I think I've already used 3 minutes out of 11 minutes and 58. I'm not sure when that resets or how long that lasts for, but it's definitely a cool video software. So hope you enjoyed. Again, in order of steps, first you're going to upload your photos into a folder that you created. Then you're going to edit your photos using this method where you find it and you do open with Pixlr Express. Then you'll open Pixlr Express and you'll use all the things in Pixlr Express. Then you'll save as copy. You'll move your copies into a folder, like an edited folder, so then when you're ready to upload, you go straight to that edited folder and voila, you're there and you can upload all your photos and you're ready to go. Alright, you can leave comments if you have any questions or suggestions for other videos, and good luck to you. God bless.